What do you mean invalid transaction? It is not an invalid transaction.
Who's signing my paper?
This is for the shirts. So this is something given to you for the. They sold the shirts for the price. I'm like, which treasury?
That's
like,
the other
we sold no
treasury.
shirts.
The other
Wait, I'm the
The
last
other
one.
one.
Like, wait.
So you want to hold these or give to you now? I just hold it, keep the rest of the shirts. Huh? Mm-hmm. I should never just deposit.
I think I should. I don't say either way because it's like dirty. Damn it, why are they going to deposit when I'm dirty? I'm not doing it. You got to fill out the deposit when you have to go inside it.
Oh,
Bank.
Yeah, you do. Good luck with that.
Oh, see, I'm lazy. Bank. Go inside the bank. Yes. I'm making myself.
Unless you want me to cash app you $30 and just give me that cash.
I'm about to say, because I was for it. I'm paying
Oh, that'd be the other way to do it if you want to do it like that.
I can do it like that. This
Okay.
is right here.
Yeah.
What is this?
For the t-shirts.
And I'll say how much?
30.
30 shirts. 30. Yes, I am.
Y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
Let me let the things come back up and then.
Who's that? Let me call.
Right.
Is it Jessica?
Well, she said she was going to do the thing for. She's probably going to be 5-10 minutes for her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who else?
They should be doing that right now.
Okay. Are they doing it downstairs or are they going?
Downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Asking me with Haley.
Like, I got it.
Just all roll around.
They say what time they're gonna kick off the game in Vegas.
They haven't set a time for it. It's going to be in the evening time. They ain't playing in the afternoon in Vegas. Not in September. They're not playing. They're not playing. They're not playing.
I'm trying to see if I got enough time to get down there.
All
so I got
kinds
something
of
Friday
leg
night.
cramps.
Try to see if I got enough time to make it from Waco down there on Friday night.
Oh, the game's Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you want. Most likely it's going to, I figure it's going to be probably 7 o'clock their time.
Oh, no.
Trying to go
So you don't road trip to Vegas. Oh, no. Give me
Get
on the plane.
I got plenty of time to do whatever I
See, I like road trip. I don't mind road tripping, but when you calculate the wear and tear on your car, the amount of time you want to spend, the money you want to spend.
That's when you get three. That's when you have 3 to 4 people go together and y'all rent something.
That's all you gotta do.
We getting there. We just trying to wait on a couple more folks that went to go take something down.
Not to know Vegas. Enemy, driving to Vegas, driving to up in Marfa, they have extraterrestrial activity there, and sometimes when it's dark, they have these flashes of lights that just happen so randomly.
And it's called what?
Marfa, Texas. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I'm flying.
You might as well fly, make it there. What? It's like 2-3 hour flight.
Just two and a half, something like that.
Compared to what? How many hours? 12.
The problem is getting out of
12. No, it takes 12 hours to get to El Paso.
Yeah. The problem is getting out of Texas. It's 18, 19 hours.
Nah, it gotta be longer than that. It takes you 12.
No, it's just 18.
They do take 12 to get to Texas.
Yeah, the band took the buses.
To get out of Texas on 12.
On the buses.
No, 8 hours, man.
I love getting them caravans.
From
To
Los
the stadium,
Angeles
not
to Houston when I moved back to Houston, it took me 24
No,
hours.
in
And you're trying to leave on a Thursday.
Y'all can just fly for like $100.
Thank you.
Spirit.
I've been looking. I ain't seen no.
They know you have to go to the airport. The lowest somewhere is $234.
Football
So you
team.
can still go ahead of time and go and get your ticket. So I know when you go there, even if you do like a random trip, you can get the tickets real cheap. I got my tickets for ATL one time. She was like, yeah, they got round trip tickets for $30. Experience. You had to go to the airport.
My ticket was, man, pack your bag.
It gets you there.
It gets you there. I mean, you pay for what you get.
It's not. Because see, if you buy your stuff, you pay for your seats now. You don't wait till the day of when you get there. That's when stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't have to pay for your seat when you check in. They give you
your bags.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your bag.
I sit anywhere.
Because then when you tally in taking flying with another airline on top of paying for your checked baggage, if you check baggage, you're still paying more with other airlines.
For a weekend.
Some people pay. I mean,
They libations.
okay.
I just been watching.
I mean, if you just pack your drawers,
Roll clothes up.
Roll up, put it in the backpack, and then you live out of that.
2 pairs of shoes.
I'm about to give him a try, man.
Oh yeah, let me look at
Vegas,
I think the lowest
Well,
but see,
don't go to
Atlanta
Vegas.
prices. Well, Atlanta's ticket prices fluctuate. If you get your, they had them at, they was like at 131 like 2 weeks ago, and now they're 156. So that is to me a decent price for Atlanta.
But you can still get cheaper.
Oh,
True, you can. Yeah, you can get it cheaper. Yeah, you can. But Vegas, to get a under $300 ticket to go to Vegas is great. Yeah.
Catch that red eye.
Yes.
Catch that red eye.
And then the rooms are cheap
It was
too.
2 sites. I can't remember which one it was.
After next year, not crazy, but everybody
had the flight and the hotel room.
The Raiders.
Oh, Raiders.
The Raiders get that.
I have to look at somebody had.
Ain't
They had
nothing
one of them
cheap
going
on
out
Sunday.
in
They
Houston.
already got a
A
hockey
hotel to the game and the game.
The Vegas Knights and the
Yeah,
Washington.
and I think it was another one that was doing
Capitals,
someone else was doing one.
Vegas
Look
got
at you
the
doing
right.
something about something.
No, I'm talking about the bus that when you're in Vegas from your hotel.
But you from Bahamas, huh? You Jamaican, okay? Look at you.
All this years.
You know that.
I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't know you was Jamaican.
Okay, I'll take
We'll call the order the spring 2018 general membership meeting of the PV Marching Storm Alumni Association. It is 4:55 p.m. But yeah, should be right now. They probably took the elevator to the stairs.
You left her on the elevator?
Huh?
Left her.
I'll pray.
I took the stairs.
And being able to feed all the kids, hungry themselves. And we just ask that we have an efficient meeting. Everyone is able to clearly get across their points, and we can continue to do great things for the band. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Take a look over the agenda. We have an adoption of the agenda. Any questions? I need someone to give me a motion to approve the agenda.
You said someone
I need someone to make a motion to approve of the agenda. Any questions? All those approved by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion is approved. We're gonna move the reading of the minutes from the last meeting back until Jessica returns.
Minutes to once Jessica L. Thomas arrives.
It's been moved. We moved the minutes.
Second.
Been second. All those approved? Approved. Let's move down to the next agenda item. Is the financial report.
Okay. As of today, after we purchased these lovely items here, we have Battle Bands. So total $5,462.
Say it ain't so.
Hey, everybody got an ounce. Just saying.
Add that money on to that account.
Everybody got an ounce. So don't be away.
Now read the minutes from our homecoming meeting.
That was our last meeting.
That was during the summer.
Oh shoot, I'm losing track. I went to both of them.
Okay. Our last meeting was on 8/7/17. Prayer was March 4th. Attendees, let me read all these notes. Not in proper attire. This was we had alumni band. Officer position was read by Raymond Holly. New business review over bylaws, Raymond Holly. First annual Battle of the Bands received $5,000. Officer positions, current chapter officers, Raymond Holly. Vice President, Treasurer, Barbetta Freeman. Membership dues, they were due August the 1st, 2017, but they were extended until October the 15th, 2017. Life membership, that was tabled. The idea of life membership was tabled. The questions asked, will there be different levels? Walter made a motion that we reduce the membership to one standard. This year's dues, Chris Williams made a motion to increase dues to $75, seconded by Walter. All in favor, 13, one opposed. Membership dues, $75, which were due by October the 15th, 2017, which came with the membership card and voting privileges. James Durant states that when you pay dues, you do just that. Financial plans for chapter money depends on chapter needs. Next was Marching Storm versus World Fame Alumni Battle of the Bands. The benefits were to raise more money. Challenges were instrument availability, short time frame. Dallas high school directors will not be able to attend due to high school football games. Location, Lancaster High School, either on Friday or Saturday. Chris Williams made a motion to have the Battle of the Bands the weekend of Cotton Bowl with Grambling alumni, which was seconded by Jewel Dingle, which was seconded by Rowenia. 14 in favor, 0 opposed. The goals for the Alumni Association, Prairie Marching Storm Band Alumni Association. Raymond Holly stated to apply to the National Alumni Association, putting specific scholarships in place. For example, maybe giving like 3 $1,000 scholarships. Marcus Mitchell, having a mixer with the current band. Keegan Baker states to have a spring seminar dealing with grads wanting to purchase a home, managing finances, etc. Rowenia states to make a Facebook group to separate paid members from the Marching Storm alumni. Next was bridging the gap between current and alumni storm. Sierra states homecoming 2017. Marcus Mitchell states needing support from the band directors. Sam Long, Ebor will have a meeting with the current band staff before any more funds will be given to the Marching Storm band program. Practices, concerns, the bank account no longer have an active account. We currently have all funds in PayPal account. The current $5,000 check from PV versus Southern Battle of Bands is awaiting to be deposited in new business accounts. Prayer was given by Mark Gordon. Chris Williams made a motion to adjourn the meeting, and then seconded. We ended at 9:45. And those are the reading of lessons.
We need a motion to approve the reading of the minutes.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes as read.
There's a motion that's been been put forth and been seconded for approval of the reading of the minutes as read. All those approved, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Constitution and bylaws. Each of y'all have a copy of our current Constitution and bylaws with some put on our to vote for to be approved for at the summer meeting, but there are some that we need to approve now because of how that we need to do for us to do it electronically, do a lot of our stuff electronically. We need to approve that now. If you look down on Article 5, Section 1, the association will include, and they must be approved with the majority vote by the members. We want to change that section and take out the must be approved by a majority vote of the members. It's like adding another, the justification is if you let your president appoint those positions, because we have it in our Constitution, we need to change that to correct that portion. Another section, Article 5, Section 3A, remove the nominating committee shall be elected during the first meeting. We're electing more people to do certain things. Let's see who wants to volunteer to do those groups. The justification is the same thing as far as the election committee. And there's another section of people doing basically the same work on there. We can combine that into one committee and let them do it and get over to the electronic section. Because right now we're not nominating and election committee. It's going to be one combined.
But are we going to keep same thing? That's what I'm saying. We're using the same words double.
I would dare say that the election
specifically just runs the election. They don't have anything to do with anything else. Is that? But if you combine the two, then whoever is doing, because it is two separate like things that you can be.
And because basically you'll have a nominating nominations.
So if somebody comes and says, "Hey, where's the nominating committee?" Oh, you need to talk to the president of the election or whoever.
Oh, it's two different.
We don't have enough people.
Yeah. Right.
My thing is we don't have enough people to hold all these positions. For one, if I'm a president or somebody else, they just say, "Hey, go to elections," and they can tell you what you can do about the nomination.
So we probably gonna have to just go.
Functions are
not that big.
Nominate or elect. How do we do this?
that same committee start to run the election.
So is this where I make a motion to call it whatever?
Yeah, say I make a friendly amendment to change the name of
the election committee and the nomination committee to be called the election and
nominating an election committee to one committee. I want to make sure that's it.
Yes.
Right. You got a question?
I have a question. Are we saying nominating committee or nomination?
Nomination and election committee.
If I may speak.
Go ahead.
Okay. 5, Section 1, where it says all officers must be a graduate of Prairie. If I may, from before.
There.
Because it says all officers must be a graduate of Prairie View A&M University.
It has nothing to do with us.
It doesn't have anything to do with us.
It does.
The National Association?
Because we want to be a part, we want to be a chapter.
Make sure that people know that, because this is my first time reading this.
Has that always been, or is that
No,
something else?
No, yeah, that's always.
So this is
You're invalid. So we gotta make this. We do get those members, and we'll add it back in because right now we're not.
Because it was because of the board meeting, but for you to get it put in, you have to.
If their fiscal year has already ended.
No, but now if you put
right,
it
but it doesn't start until September the 1st.
Correct.
So these people need to already be paid. They are going to be running for an office, can be in compliance because I'm pretty sure they don't know.
We'll just let it be known because, like I said, this is where
Okay.
Include
And I
that.
guess that'll fall under the nominating committee.
To verify.
Yeah.
To verify that they pay with the elections.
Makes sense.
So if somebody is paying association dues before
Unless-
September 1st,
the key thing, if they're a life member of the NAA, that covers that portion.
so they don't have to worry about that because
They
they're
don't
life
have
members.
they don't have to make the yearly payments. But if they're a life member, they're already in the NAA.
And I've been voted on, but I ain't paid my National Prairie Alumni Association dues. Am I still valid?
As of today,
We bootlegging this thing, but okay. Cool.
Everything, right.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
bootlegging, so it ain't
Yeah.
comes into play.
So can I make a
You know,
friendly
we still have a motion on the floor. We didn't finish.
as announcements are concerned? Make sure that it is announced that if you are planning on running for it as well.
We'll include this in that.
And that's anybody holding office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holding the four offices.
The
President, vice, and the yearly dues for.
Just thinking of 10 years of dues.
Look,
Just 10
let me
years
go
of
get
dues.
my Uber. Let me do
Done
my
with
Uber.
That clear, but you paid now to hold office for when we vote in August, you have to pay again.
Because you know animal
I'm in
meat.
the
Well, you
youth
probably
section.
won't be.
Yeah.
Our year goes September 1st through August 31st. It's not good. It's not fair to them,
Right.
though they decided to pay late.
Right.
And that's right. But we just automatically take it upon
don't
ourselves to push that forward for them.
This may be new business, and if it is, just stop. But I did have somebody ask me downstairs that's graduating in December that wants to come on and try to start transitioning, which is what we want. And he was like, well, if I graduate in December, if I pay the dues, address that.
I have
And
something
that's why I said it may be new business.
for that.
Yeah, maybe new business.
New business.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Officer elections prior to the August meeting. But those changes we needed to be done. So board meetings will be held 1 hour prior to the regularly scheduled. We didn't have emails. We didn't have all of the stuff that we have in these days now, where you can do voice, where you can do conference calls and everything. Those down the road, how the technology may change. But so it'll be in compliance with whatever going on in that era.
Any particular reason why it was just 1 hour prior to the regular schedule, like
Sometimes it's easier to do it electronically, either the week before or 3 days before or whatever before.
this is saying it'll be held 1 hour prior. What I'm saying is,
I get what you're saying, but the question
I understand
is,
what
something
you're
that's going to be discussed with a meeting that's happening prior? Is that why it's prior to?
Yeah, that's why it was.
Okay.
Because of travel. If I'm on a board in Dallas,
But if it's electronic,
but if it's electronic, what difference does it make?
but it's
Yeah,
but it may not be.
It's a regular schedule meeting.
Or the change to
electronic.
be electronically of that
Yeah.
era.
That's
It's
why
not.
the board-
It's not electronically 1 hour before.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
So it
Is that something that we
should
can do it now, or is
Yeah.
something we're gonna do later?
Be held prior to the regular. Board meetings will be held prior to regularly scheduled meeting or done electronic. Yeah.
I motion to change one hour prior to and put it as prior to regular schedule.
Second that.
Electronically, technological means of that era. Yeah. And I think those was the major sections that we needed to membership.
What's your line number?
I have 24. Today, 25.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, she counted.
Okay. And make sure if I can get those vote, you don't get a vote. So those are the only people that get the vote.
The thing is, the people, some emails that they pay with, but not. Okay.
The coffee one, Devin, G. Devin, that's Garland. That's Garland Malone.
Okay.
I had to do the same thing with him for our Houston chapter. I had to send an email, hey, who is this? Because he got his business name. Going down to alumni band, Sam had to leave because he, Mark, I'm not sure, I don't want to say, wow, but he won't answer us in the group on there. But that's one of the reasons why.
Daryl Williams was, but Daryl's in
Austin now. He's in Austin now? He's not in Dallas anymore?
Daryl Williams?
Yeah.
No, Daryl's in Austin.
Okay, I thought he was in Dallas.
He was up there.
And then coming back up under the alumni band, because we did have this motion that was approved at our homecoming meeting of not having an alumni band for people of doing an alumni band and just continuing just doing it every year, not skipping. Because I think when you skip, you start to lose more people and not get people in from one, and then you lose those folks. So that was approved at our homecoming meeting, but we can always, everything has changed with the.
We'll have to be in communication with the current band director to make sure that there is room for us, to make sure that they don't sell those seats, to make sure that they have a spot for us in the homecoming parade. Because, okay, the band director, the current band director has approved for us to be in the stands, so then he can go and make those moves. But it kind of felt like we were competing with the other band, and we didn't even play. But what, 2 songs?
Played after the game.
Yeah, after the game. So my thing is logistics, like what is it? It needs to be better coordinated so that it won't, just have us old folks sitting up there in the heat about to die.
And I think and then, I mean,
Considering
ain't got nothing against everybody in this room, because I'm probably older than most of you. A lot of you, except for probably 2 in here. But they still got game. They still want to play that thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you 5 years out, you passing the torch on every year.
Yeah.
So we don't want 10, 15, 20-year-old people out of the band marching. I loved it. I had a great time marching. But do I want to do that every single year or every single? No. We need to be thinking from the aspect of these kids that are coming out, and we're building something that they want to now be a part of, and then they transition, okay, I'm not in an alumni band anymore. Let me go work. Let me go do some service. Let me get on a committee. Let me go.
Right.
I'm thinking that we're building something for 10 years from now when these kids are coming out, and that's something we put our hard work and investment into, where they got a money stream every year, where they got fun every year. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they can do to represent the Storm after they leave the Storm. I think they're excited about it, but from the consistency standpoint, we can't lose that consistency. And that was my point at homecoming is, oh yeah, every other year sounds good, but you got a kid that came out in 2017, he's not going to be able to march till 2019.
Right.
You lost him already. He's done. He's going to go on with his career. He's going to go on with his... He ain't thinking about Prairie no more.
So March.
Well, Dr. Zephyr already said he's game with it. We just need to let him know what we're doing. That's where the organization comes in. That's why I said, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. The organization
we just need that in black and white.
And the thing about it with the parade is nothing but an application. You put your application in to get into the parade. Just like any other high school or any other auxiliary
we pay that
group, whatever.
So what about the game?
The game part?
This is what we'd like to do. Dr. Zachary is all game. We just got to present it in the way it needs to be presented.
Okay,
not
so
just a sidebar conversation.
ASAP?
Huh?
Can we do that ASAP? Because
that's what Raymond said. We need to take and see who wants to do homecoming and make sure we're game.
We have to change that we've already voted not to have one in 18 and 19.
That's what the problem was.
We said
it was supposed to be 19.
We said we was gonna skip
because we skipped 17.
That was the problem we had. That was the conversation we had. We skipped 17. So if we skip 18, that's 2. We going to 19, that's year number 3.
That's what we said. It ended up being.
So that's why I was saying we got to do this year in order to keep in contact with what we said every other year.
Yeah, we weren't going to skip 19. It was just.
I love it more than anybody else.
I mean, no, I'm saying
that ain't the only reason we march.
That was what we said we was gonna come back to 19. That's what I mean.
We can do where we do back-to-back years.
So we're gonna.
But I don't think we should wait 2 years to 3. It's really 3 years when you think about the time that they've seen us last. it stopped the communication.
Harvey did the whole damage to everything in this area. And I think with it being June now, we say we're gonna go with 18. We start on it now. We start getting the information, we start putting it out to people, we start finding the practice locations, start finding the practice direct.
Based on the people that's in this room about to vote. We doing that today.
Yes, we're here.
The people that love
everybody, they asked was to get the meeting. We put the meeting out in ample time. It was over a month ago.
Well, you ain't got to tell me.
Oh, okay. We can't do it, but you know, we can't. We need to move.
Okay, if it's just a parade, there's something.
And another thing,
even if it ain't a
going
game,
with an idea, I think that maybe if you look at what some of these other schools alumni bands do, they do a pregame. Why can't the alumni band do the pregame?
Right.
Go on, make that
Listen,
thing.
because y'all already said we are not going to do the game. Y'all didn't say nothing about the parade and pregame. See what I'm saying? So that's how you can justify putting it back on the table.
We ain't got to justify putting it back on the table. If the group here says
Right,
this
but
is
at
back
the
on the
same
table,
time, if we put it back on the table and other people are not.
And like I said, if it comes down to
make a decision.
I ain't tripping.
You can make a friendly. I can't remember the Robert rules by hand, but can we amend that motion?
Yes.
Well, we haven't even put it on.
Friendly motion.
You can't because it's already been voted on. You have to put a new motion on the floor.
Right. That's what I'm
saying. Put a new motion on the floor today.
It changes that vote from the fall.
If it passes.
Can we just recruit some people that just graduated?
And that's all we gotta do.
What do we want it to look like? You know, in general, because
and then we discuss, and then we make a motion to.
So a motion
to discuss it.
We have to have a motion to start the alumni band back up.
You have to change it first.
So I make a motion that we.
Say that.
We're not doing the discussion. We're making a motion to have
it for 2018.
Okay. To have an alumni band for 2, properly second, to have the alumni band starting up again in 2018 and every year consecutively after. Are there any questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
What game? Is it post game? Is it parade?
I'd say definitely parade, and probably a couple of tunes.
If they say no, then
we need those.
20-minute long YouTube video.
We normally always do that anyway.
Yeah, it's always been that way. We just never had cameras.
Will we mix in like we normally do with the regular band, or will we have current band, then alumni?
Later or after we approve this by those that's on the alumni band.
That's why we're discussing. Okay.
Because your place is food, your place is events, your place is baskets.
That's not the way it works. The way it works as far as homecoming is concerned is everybody's coming home. Those who have marched. But we're talking about, I think that I have to jump in the line at homecoming, I'm jumping in the line. If I decide to only march a homecoming parade, I can do that. But for me to do a battle to where I have to take my time battling, because I ain't battling nobody and going on YouTube and be looking crazy. That's not me. That's not me. That's my stance. But if I'm coming and I'm only strictly doing, but if I'm battling somebody, no.
But the beauty of it is, the alumni band is, hey, I want to march the parade.
Cool.
Boom, let me march the parade. I'm going to go get drunk at the parade. Again, at least one more rip. But I may not want to march into the game. I didn't march into the game. I took pictures.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So to each his own, but when we put our personal, what we don't want to do on the whole, and we cast a wide net, it stops other people from using their talents and their gifts. That's all I'm saying about it. Like you wanted to do this event. We said, cool, go with it. Because you said, I would love to do it. And everybody said, Stamp, go with it. I didn't have nothing to say about your food. I didn't have nothing to say about your whatever. She wanted to make a basket. Do your thing, boo-boo. That's beautiful. I don't have
I'm
not saying you at all.
That's why the voting is important. So if I say yes to it, that means I am committing to put my boots on and march. You see what I'm saying? But if I say no to it, I'm saying
that's
I
my
can't.
point. That's my point. You don't even have to say no to it. Because when you ask Raymond and them, can I do this? Raymond said yes, and you roll with it.
But
a couple other people said, okay,
it was a lot of people who said yes to
people.
alumni band, but they didn't show up to practice.
I get you there.
That's the thing that I'm saying. I have to put this on the line. When I'm in my Delta meetings, they say, don't vote for nothing you're not coming to.
And that is.
And my thing is, if I know I can't
to.
commit my time to practice a horn,
so don't
then
even vote. Just leave it
I don't need to be a part of the battle. But if I can commit my time to maybe one person, like Sam said, I'm the only person. We all know Sam travels with you. Sam has his own band. Sam playing the bass guitar now. It's okay for Abe to be in Dallas. It's okay for such and such to be in Austin. Because these are all people that can pick up the slack if they have the time to do it. You see what I'm saying? I think it should be okay for anybody to pass the baton to somebody else to say, hey, I'm not going to be here. Take care of X, Y, and Z. I think that's the point that we should get at as far as alumni. I can't pass the buck to him and let him get the job done. Then how are we supposed to stay afloat? That's the problem. We are not delegating responsibilities if we are not available. G Boom was out the country last week, but he said, okay, go ahead. In time, G Boom was able to pass the book and say, hey, do X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? So I just think as a whole, we gotta be here right now. But we know that he has the expertise to get X, Y, and Z done. If we know that Tau Beta Sigma has a great working relationship with the current band, then we need to add the problem live with this last thing that we did as far as the alumni band was concerned. It was kind of like, if you don't hear from this person, then it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I can get my music until, you see what I'm saying?
But
for
that's
me,
where organization and the consistency comes in. So when consistency comes organization for me. The more you do things, the better you get at it. But you don't get good at it when you just do it every so often and you expect for people to know it comes into play. So I'm not knocking anybody's decision to not do alumni band or whatever the case may be, but I know the benefits that could come from this in 5 years if we do it right. And I'm just saying, let's get it together so we do it right. Not
got this motion on the floor. I mean, we're discussing some things, but it's not technically dealing with the motion that's on the floor.
Well, I think the motion that was on the floor was
to discuss.
For us to have the alumni band.
Are we marching pregame? Are we marching?
But let's get the band first, and then let the alumni band committee bring that forth to the body.
I can't vote for it, but okay.
Okay.
So we can't. So are we putting in the motion the options?
Tell me if you're available.
That's what they will present. We're going to do homecoming. We're going to do pregame. We're going to do game, and then people can decide what they want to do in that capacity. But if we decide it now, I mean, it's only 12 of us in here. You can't decide for everybody. But if we now have it open, he said he's available to do.
Do you have any other questions pertaining to the motion? All those approved for the motion say aye.
No one seconded.
Aye. Say again?
No one seconded.
No one. Oh, I thought
Cleveland seconded. Cleveland seconded earlier.
Yeah.
I don't like them deals. Just give them out the room.
Ayes have it. We will to nominations and elections. Since we have put those together, I got that on there. Right now, the only person that is on this committee, I'm not running for anything, so anybody that's going to run cannot be on this committee. But it's all, if you go to our file section on our group page, it has all the committee, all the people that have put themselves down on the committees. So, if y'all know anybody, if you want to volunteer help, come on down, put your name forward with me, and let's get this going. For our elections, that want to use this software, it's called Election Runner. I've used it in a couple of other organizations. Everybody that's financial, they get an email with a specific security code. They got to a certain time to vote. You get an electronic ballot. They'll say who's for what position it is, or for any amendments, anything change. You vote yes, no, whatever it is, submit, and then at the end of that period, it sends the results to the body or to the committee, and then they present that at the meeting. It's right now, it's free from 0 to 100 members. After 100 members, I believe it's like $29. So if we have more than that in the future, you know, $29 or whatever, it shouldn't be no problem at that time. Now going to next committee volunteers. Chris isn't here, so if you know of anyone that's financial or want to be financial, check those committees. Get forth with the name that's at the top of the committee, and those are the committee leads at this time, unless we have some more that want to change. And also, going under more new business, going back to what you were talking about with the current members and someone that graduates in December wants to join, does their fees go from December to December or whatever? I want to put forth that any current graduate out of the university and out of the band, that their first year membership into the association should be free. That's how you bring them in. Yeah. Okay, they first get in, we know they're trying to go out there, get established. They don't have, everybody doesn't have, you know, all this extra money around. Give them the first year free. Let's get them in, they get established in the world, and you know, okay, next year, boom, you pay your membership fee. And that's how you sort of hook, keep them going. You got to get them early, get them started, or otherwise nothing else, you know, you might lose them.
So do we have that written down anywhere? No.
That will be in the election, because that's something that will have to be voted on, because it's a change to the dues, or to those that will pay dues.
So will we submit that recommendation to the elections and nominating committee?
Yes.
Okay.
I already have it in there. But I mean, I'm a new business. I'm just bringing it up.
Bring it to the table. It will be on the ballot.
Yes, it will be on the ballot.
Okay.
And also,
I do have one question on that. It's kind of on the same line. So just like for this gentleman here who's graduating in December, how early do we want to get them started getting them? I guess we have a recruitment committee. We should have a recruitment committee, but if we don't, but how soon do we want to get them active and starting to at least recognize us and do things with us? Do we want to wait till, December 15th, now you can do stuff with us? Or do we want to say, hey, this is your last semester in school, which, I mean, the current band members know that. If it's your last semester in school, hey, go ahead and start transitioning into the Alumni Association. See what we do. Your first year is free. You know, start coming to our meetings, start getting on our email chain, or whatever the case may be. So when they do graduate officially, they're already kind of, like you said, hooked in.
Right.
Yeah. So do we want to wait like the last semester, like this guy's December, like is September?
If the time I would say if he wants to attend, because our meetings are open, if he wants to attend our homecoming meeting, it's free to attend.
And then we can.
But they won't know. But once again, they won't know about it because
no, they will know about it because remember, you still have Family and Friends Day. We can see if we can make that announcement at that Family and Friends Day, as well as I know Jessica mentioned something about having representatives present at the band banquet. At the end, maybe we can give the history, mission, and all that stuff at every band banquet because you know for a lot of them, those kids are graduating. So we can probably announce at that time those that will be matriculating into the Alumni Association prior to talking to them in at the homecoming and
spring.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying we need some kind of recruitment kind of committee or whatever. I don't know if we have that already. I don't know. Membership. Memberships. Just trying to keep it involved, but then getting their emails, talking to them, communicate with them, and then when it's time to transition them out, you go to that committee and say, well, how many people do we have coming out this year? We have 27 coming out this year. Cool. What are we doing to keep them engaged and transition over to our association? So I think that'd be a good thing.
You gotta know who's graduating. Once we just figure out who's graduating.
Yeah, it's each semester.
Then Our next section is comments, questions, or concerns. Open floor for any questions or comments that anybody wants to bring forth to the association.
I do. You want to go first?
Sure. I just think that in general we should try to get together and fellowship more, you know, because obviously the current band, they need to know where they come from, and then in order to keep the traditions from the past, they have to also know, you know, as well. And so we just get together, we have so much fun, we don't really do that, and I guess that would go along with the organization, like you guys were saying. But like for homecoming, for example, I feel like we're the biggest organization on campus. Our tailgate should be like overdoing everybody. Like it should be just as big as DJ Mr. Rogers section or anything else that you see, but there is no Marching Storm tailgate. And so, I mean, I don't know how we would go about, but just for example, we had somebody, you know, manning maybe like a laptop every 30 minutes or an hour, and just, you know, hey, you type in your name, who was your band director, what years you marched, and, you know, so we have like a running database because everybody comes to homecoming. And so that's a good time where we could get everyone's contact information and just kind of, you know, have fun at the same time, as well as maybe feed the current band. Now, you know, obviously they eat really, really well. Chipotle, catering, all kinds of stuff.
True.
You know, and so they might not necessarily need that right after the game. However, like, you know, you're walking around, it's hot, you don't have nowhere to go or eat, and they can, you know, come to our space, and, you know, while you're here, let me get your contact information, and that can also be a way to get the people who are currently in the band, and, you know, keep them updated on what's going on, and again, it would be fun. And also, there was like an alumni picnic, I guess that used to happen back in the day.
We still do it. It's KKSI CBS.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just flows over to it. I mean, it's banned. You can't do nothing else anyway.
Well, you know, we could just put association on it. Like, I feel like we should just be putting alumni association on more stuff. And, I mean, as far as the dues, I do think that, I feel like some people just want to be a part of one thing or the other. And so if you want to be an officer or a voting member, then you pay your $75. But maybe if you just want to be in the alumni band, so that when we cover both of that, then you'll, I guess half of that will cover your t-shirt, and you still pay for your plate to eat at the tailgate. You know, just kind of packaging it all into one thing. But those are just my suggestions.
So I said you have to be a part of the association to be in our band. He said he wasn't going to split to where you could be in our band, or you have to be maybe in the
That was like that.
He didn't want to be separate. Put it that way. He wanted to be separate.
Well, no, I'm not saying be separate.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not.
He didn't want, like, let's say, because what we were thinking was, let's say, alumni band members pay $25, they just doing band, and we pay $75. He said, no, everybody gonna pay that one fee, and whether you want to do whatever you want to do, you can do whatever you want to do, but everybody has to pay that one fee. You can't distinguish between the two. Because you're still a member, you're still gonna be an alumni member. So.
And why was it always 75?
It was 100.
But we had that meeting on H7, and it was 75.
Some of them.
We just need more people in the room.
Yeah.
So what would it be?
I mean, those are established associations too.
But I think the one lady who's in Dallas said that theirs is like 50, like Dallas Alumni Association, PV chapter.
Oh, that's the, but it's
Yeah.
not banned.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's still a.
It's a
I
separate.
too with that, with ours, is that we gotta realize that we're catering to 400 students, so we can't have no $20 fees or $25 fees. We have 400 kids that we gotta either do scholarships for, give water for, and whatever their needs are for a whole year. So we don't need the low ball because we ain't gonna have no money to give them, especially if we're not fundraising the way we need to because we got lives and stuff. So.
Now, if we get sponsorships, stuff like that, then yeah, wait, we can drop some numbers so we're gonna have money to speak.
We need to establish.
And another thing that when you're talking about dues, that concerns it. Some people always was worried about it paying the $75, or they do. They don't have to do the way I do it. Automatically, got a deduction of $20 every month. It's sins. It comes out of a certain account. It goes there. I know, but we can set that same thing up for a due structure of $7.50 or $8 a month.
something.
That's automatic. You have to sign up for it to be sent automatically for your dues. Then a lot of people, they'll do that. Then they ain't got to worry about paying $75 all at one time.
Yeah, because
$7, $8 a month.
More bodies in the room. And I'm gonna pay my $75, no big deal, but
yeah,
we need
but
more
a
workers.
lot of people, they say it's a hardship.
And it's like he just said, we just gotta get everything together so that people can feel like they're a part of something. Nobody wants to be a part of an organization that ain't organized. You know,
and they have to understand too, when you establish it, because at first everybody says, where the money go? Where the money go? That little bit of money is split every year. $500 you on scholarship and we on the grade and they make $600.
Right.
That goes.
It ain't no
That's
money.
where the money went.
It ain't no money. And I wanted to know who all the members was, because my thing is, I'm talking out a lot of noise because I paid my $75. Y'all can't say nothing because you ain't paid no $75. So when you pay your $75, you can have a voice too, but at the same time, bring something to the table, bring an idea, at least have a nay vote. You see what I'm saying? If you can't even pay your $75, I can't really give you any additional information. That's with any organization. You ain't paid to play. So it goes back to all of those people that are on that list that paid their dues, and if you're having some type of financial, economic hardship, whatever, it might be somebody that want to sponsor somebody to, just so they might be a good worker, you know what I'm saying? But they might not have $75. So I might pay their $75 dues to say, hey, bless somebody that really wants to be an officer or a voting member or something like that, you know? I think this is a good thing, but I do have some issues with, with some of the...
Let me finish up when we talking about membership. I think, because I think you asked about, was it always $75, meaning that could be high? And then we're talking about doing a free for incoming individuals. My deal is I'm not a numbers person, I just like money. But when you start looking at, okay, we got $75 times 20-something members. We got under $2,000.
Yeah.
You get $50 times 100 members, you got $10,000. So you start doing the numbers, it's like, do we want volume? Because we're still thinking money. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a business.
Yeah.
So we're thinking money to do better things with. We can't do all the stuff we want to do without the finances. And there's only so much that 20, 30, 40 people maybe can do. And it really only kicked up when we really started talking about, oh, you paid, oh, you paid, oh, you paid, oh, you paid. When you started that. And people were like, okay, I maybe not paid. Cleveland just said that before she made her statement. He was like, I don't know if I did or not. I need to take care of it. Right. So my deal is like, okay, how do we get from 20 members to 100 members really quick financially, right?
So
not saying everybody's going to want to do anything. They may just want to be financial on paper, like Alumni Association, like Delta, like Q. Like, they just may want to be, hey, I want to pay my dues. I ain't got to do nothing. I want to pay my dues. So do we want that volume where we're saying, hey, $50 is dues, let's get 100 people. Let's know every year we got $10,000, so we got 100 people. Or let's get 200 people, we got $20,000 of working budget. So that's what I wanted us to look at too. It's not just, oh, $75. If we see $75 is not working, like any business, your price point is too high. That $75, we don't have any overhead as an organization. I mean, unless we're running, the website maybe a little bit of money here.
And scholarships, you do have overhead.
But that's not a set in stone designated that.
It was per the last meeting, it was supposed to be with the different what was the Prophet Ed scholarship.
I get you there, but I'm saying with that, it's money.
Right.
So I'm saying if we drop it to 50 and we get 25 to 50 more members, then it does not hurt our scholarship ability. It increases it.
Yeah.
So our goal is to increase the amount of money we're able to give the scholarships. Instead of giving away $300, $500 scholarships, let's give away 10. Because now we have a $10,000 working budget instead of a $5,000 working budget where we only give half of it. So is our goal membership, or is our goal membership? Is our goal? We need to define that. I guess.
But all that comes together. So because at the base of all this, no matter how much money you're bringing in, all of it depends on your numbers, how many members you got, right?
That's what it boils
So you were
down
talking earlier, hey, have a tailgate area, blah blah blah, you get your information. The band, they have everybody's information. Is it a problem for us to get the graduating seniors' information from the band and say this is their email address and shoot them out an email? We got the members.
That's where membership is going. That's where the membership committee is going to.
We don't have to ask them to collect it. They got it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have the older
we have to.
They do.
For them,
I'm just saying, man,
they have to approve
you know,
to give that information to an outside entity.
Right.
And that's the same problem
that's fine.
with the NAA, with us trying to get graduate information from the university. They're stuck because they can't give that information out voluntarily.
You have to ask.
But us as an organization,
But everybody, like, we got, I mean, everybody got a saxophone, like we got a saxophone page, and they say, hey,
you sign up on the website.
give me everybody information.
But I'm saying
graduate.
everybody in this association was a
You talking
current
about the
member
constant
of the
contact?
Marching Storm.
Right.
So we're actually an extension of the Marching Storm. Without the Marching Storm, we don't exist.
Yeah.
So for us to be able to say we're going to transition that information and make it something, once again, consistency and routine. We have to get with Doc Zach, and that's a consistency that every March we go to them and say we need this information so we can start our recruitment process. That's where the organization, the membership, and the consistency comes in. We can't do it this year and then 2 years later say we need it again. It has to be something that every March we go to them and say this is the information we need in order to help us help you. Because the more paid members we got, the more scholarships we can get. So you're helping us help you at the end of the day. So I think that's what we have to come in with is the organization, the consistency of what we want to do, present it on paper, and then I think Doc Zach is not going to veto it because it is done right. When it's not done right and it's just a sidebar conversation or word of mouth, that's when he's just like, and then it doesn't go through. So I think everybody in here has valid points, valid reasons, and we all want to get it done. I'm just saying, like, for going forward here, like, what do we need to do? What is the goal of the organization? Is it just to get together and have a couple of meetings, or is it the membership? I would think it's to have this room full of 150 people that say, hey, we're part of the association. We may not want to vote. We may not want to do. We just want to pay our dues and be a part. And that's fine. That's okay. And I think now we shun people because they don't want to do certain things. And be like, oh, you ain't no true living. You don't want to do this. I don't want to serve right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I got kids or whatever. So, but you're a paid member. Thank you. Thank you for that. That allows us to give those scholarships away. So I think it's, as we start figuring that out, if $75 is too high, it was $100. Yeah, it was. Okay. Now it's $75. Okay. Yeah, we got more people. But did we get the numbers that we want? What's our goal? What's our financial goal each year? Is our financial goal $5,000, $10,000 in membership? And we have to have that. Every organization has that. They have to know what they're shooting for in membership.
People that got that $75, but they feel like they don't want to give it because
it may not be of a value to them. But you drop it to $50, and I don't care if they pay it.
No, they said it's not
organized. See, we have to. Once that structure is there, they'll pay the $75.
They'll pay the $75.
We haven't been structured enough. And that's why the numbers are going up and down. Because we're not structured. You can do $40. They didn't want to pay $40.
Yeah.
They did not want to pay $40.
They didn't.
So then I guess we need to show something fruitful of our work. So this was fruitful. This was an awesome thing that we did today.
They have to come and see it too.
I mean, well, we got.
But that's what we
social
just
media,
we posted on social media already. I mean, but
Yeah.
that's a part of the organization. That's a part of the
I
consistency.
mean, we can compare it to like with Talbot and Single with us. You know, it wasn't that many from the start.
The beginning.
But once, you know, we got the social media page up and going, we started doing things, people started seeing us do stuff. Then when it came time for us to get membership for the next year, we had to say, oh, okay, so I see the structure. You have to think about, a lot of us work in corporate America, we deal with structured organization every day. So when it comes to something I'm financially investing in, I want to see where that money is going because every day of the week I'm working hard. I don't want to, you know, waste or put in $75 here and, you know, we can't do this, we're not doing this. I mean, so I can see where people have held off on giving their money because it's people that would pay $100 for a membership.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No
In
doubt.
organizations that have structure and they know what they're paying for.
They will get.
We're not there yet.
So but we're not there yet. But I think we're at a good starting
I'm just being real.
place.
We're 2 to 3 years out. I'm just being real. To get it where we all really, really want it. Certain pieces will come together faster than others.
Yeah.
But to really get it how we want it, we're 2 to 3 years out. So do we wait that 2 to 3 years and say, when it gets there in 3 years, that $75 is going to be valid? Or do we say, let's get the members and the people and talking and the money and the finances rolling, and then as that 3 years rolls around and we're looking good and we're doing good and things are, and then we raise that back up to 75, 100, 150, people are paying it because they see the value then.
I don't think we should necessarily lower our price, and like I said, I don't like to incorporate Salvation or somewhere two totally different entities, but as president, I can't speak for them. So let's say 3 years ago, we were same price. But we started doing more. So we went from 12 members to 18 members. They started seeing us even more. We opened up the social media page, so now we have 30 members. So we went. So I think you need to actually see it. So don't dumb it down. I'm not saying, but don't go lower on the price. It's just that we have to be consistent in doing what we're doing, and then they will gravitate towards us. Because let's be real, $75. You see people going out to the club. You see them doing this. On their social media page. If you on their social media page, the same people you see them doing traveling. They got it. Or they might even get working extra. I can work an extra shift. It's ways we can do what we want to do when we want to do it. If you really want to do it. So just as me speaking for what I've seen with my own personal experience and my own organization, we never did lower our fees. We didn't do that. What we did was start to shine a little bit more. Let's show them that we really are doing what you're putting. I don't want to do no organization either if you're not. I'm not paying you $75 if I don't see nothing. I feel like I can make a difference. That's why I pay mine. But there's not people like me. There's
everybody's not like you. Exactly. Everybody's not like you.
But there's bandwagoners. You got leaders. You got followers. Bandwagoners. Bootlickers. All that. Okay. It takes what it takes. So if they gotta see me doing this for a year, some people 2 years. Oh, my homeboy cousin. It's gonna just take some time. We have to do what we gotta do.
And not worry about
them. They gonna come.
So that brings you back to the point. What's the overall mission and goal of the organization? And I said, is it finances? Is it money? Is it just membership? People that are working. Because some organizations don't want you if you ain't gonna work. Let's be realistic. They don't want your money if you ain't gonna work. So is that our goal, to get working people that want to work? Or is our goal to get financial so that we can do more things?
Members, all that stuff will come into place. You have enough members, you have enough people, you have some that don't want to do that, some that not.
Yeah, and that's my thing. If you got 26 people that you can pull from, a lot of stuff is going to continue to be hit and miss on these different things because people really don't want to do it, but they're doing it just because they have to do it. You see what I'm saying? But if you have 100 people to pull from, maybe you do get people that want to do it.
I hate to say this, but let's even say this. Let's say we get shirts. We went to probate. We freshen our shirts. That even increased some
all of those things are going to increase membership.
There's so many different avenues to increase your membership. It could be where Joe's saxophone. He had Huey and such. I done seen Joe in 2 pictures with the Alumni Association. Let me see what's going on. And that's how you start to get all these members. Like, again, we don't need to dumb our money down, go low on the price. Because I guarantee you, once they start seeing us doing what we do consistently, like you said, you're going to have more people that's going to hop on the train.
Y'all, she not lying because on my phone, my grad brother just questioned me about our meal. But I'm like, bro, you ain't got no say so because you ain't financial. You know? And then he was like, man, I wish I lived in Houston. No, you don't, because you in Dallas. You could have came down here and stayed with us.
Oh, you could have
gave your money. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, we gonna shine irregardless.
Oh, I agree there.
You went live. We got our names out in lights. They seen us down at the bottom of the stairs. And I got a chance to talk to the band director.
And some want to be seen. It might be your line brother, your crab brother, like, and they steady watching your feeds, and they steady lurking.
They lurking.
That potential lurk, like, you know what, let me just go ahead and involve because I want to be seen. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm speaking to what I've seen in the last 3 years in my own organization. Numbers have increased. It's just we need to be very consistent about
But y'all post every day on Instagram, right? I follow them on Instagram. And it's like, wow, they flood you with pictures. And it's like, I'm like, this is so awesome because they know some of the same things that I know about, you know, some of the female artists, like Rosetta Thorpe. I'm like, double tap. So that's attractive to me. So it's like, wow, they are really working. They're really doing something. And I just think with this, like just with the event today, I think it was a big step because it put a bug in their ear. Hey, guys, they really are trying to do something. So when it comes time for the next meeting, hey, guys, we had such and such amount of people in attendance. This is how many people that we fed with the funds that were collected from dues. Thank you to those. If you would like to, hey, even if we want to do something that's promotional, for people that are not members yet. Hey, if it's your first time becoming a member, it's only $50. You know what I'm saying? And if it's your first time, cool, no problem. But then your next few years, you know, it'll be
as you renew.
Yeah,
75.
You see what I'm saying? So
once again,
it's so many different options that we have, but we just need to set in stone what
that looks
is
like.
what. Also, I think G Boom has done a great job as being, and I keep calling you G Boom.
Raymond.
Raymond.
I was starting like G Boom.
I like G Boom. Raymond, he's done an excellent job at, you know, just coordinating everything just with his schedule, because I know he has a lot that he's been doing. But it goes to show you to sit through a document, strike out stuff, get it printed up. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say, for instance, if he can't do it, who can?
His vice president.
You see what I'm saying? Let's just say if the vice president can't.
Now, there's 3 other people
who can.
that
You see what I'm
signed up.
saying?
I sent the information to them a couple of weeks ago. Hey, look this over. Get back with me. Sorry, I didn't hear anything back.
Right. So it's kind of like he had to roll with it, and I think it's so many people with expertise that could come and help out. I don't think it should be shunned at this moment, but I did have some questions about the Constitution and bylaws, because some things are dated, and he might have missed something.
Yeah,
and I do see some typographical errors, so I think we do need to all go back with this document that he's given us, and on the next meeting say, hey,
you don't have to do it next meeting.
We can do it right now?
Just send it to him.
Email them, send it
in the
to me.
group or whatever. Just say, hey, these are some of the things I see.
Yeah.
And then we can update it and you know, and vote on it the next time go around.
Nomination or nominating committee. Which one is it?
Now, is there a social media page for the Alumni Association?
It's just the band family page.
Okay.
Well,
outside,
but we do have another page that we haven't really been using.
Strictly for alumni.
Right.
Paid alumni?
What is it?
Well, we can move.
Is that what it called?
Well, there are some that in there that are not paid, but we haven't been posting anything. It's easy to remove a non-paid member and add those other folks. That's easy to do.
But that would come from nominating committee to know who's paid, who's not paid.
Membership.
But listen, with any organization, you cannot know fiscal documents of an organization if you have not paid into it. You see what I'm saying? Now, the financials, because we are 501c3, that is public information. You have to provide that. But as far as knowing the business and all of that, why should you get access to it and you ain't paid? Like, that defeats the purpose.
Some people don't think like that.
That's business.
That's why they not in
we're in organizations and we understand. But I'm just saying, all the band members aren't in organizations. They may pay us like, oh man, y'all saw this good information on the alumni page, and add a friend. So somebody has to be monitoring that on a Facebook, because it is a social media page. It's not a personal page that like the internet, like a website. It is a Facebook group where you can add somebody to the group. So I'm just saying that member committee would have to make sure that everybody in that group is a real deal paid member, and not just somebody, I can add food, I can add anybody that ain't paid. So somebody has to continuously be going through there to make sure everybody's paid. It's like Jessica was doing with keeping us updated.
You can have where you can only have the admin of the page. Everybody can invite people. But that
or the moderator has to approve.
Yeah, has to approve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoever that is.
Because our National Alumni Association, we have a page like that.
Yeah. The membership committee or whoever has to approve or let them know, hey, they paid, they can be added into the group.
Well, that one's not
a treasurer, whoever who's collecting that money.
All see and talk about it. Don't invite nobody. You know anything?
Just go in and empty it out right now.
Just band march at the Swaggy at the
He said, well, you gonna do that?
That's great page. That's what he
do that.
Say whatever y'all say there. Don't do it out.
That's how RSP got put on probation.
Yeah, so that's how that started. But yeah, so that's why anybody who's be in the Marshall Storm family, but whatever has to do with this association should be separate.
Tie your shoe, man.
Yeah.
Buy you some straps.
So we good with everything?
Okay, so hold on.
I think so.
I did have a question about, I never got to the question.
You did?
It was Section 2 officers, Section 2 terms of office. The officers of the association shall be elected biennially, Is it biannually or biennially? Biennially, whatever, however you say that big word. And serve 2 years or less, asked to step down by majority vote. As of what was that? The last time we did the alumni band, that was in what, 2017? No, it was 2016.
16.
Oh, we had it.
It was 16. 2016.
It was 2016.
Yeah.
17 was last year. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
We had the band in the summer.
That was just about.
Oh, she's talking about the parade. He's talking about homecoming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's talking about homecoming.
So were the officers in place in 16 the same officers from 2016?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
Who were the officers?
At that time, the president's position was vacant. I was vice president. Roberta was treasurer.
I don't think that been surviving.
Okay.
I can't remember who was the secretary at the time.
Okay.
So no.
So our official fiscal, well, not fiscal, our official association officers have been in office how long?
The ones that's on the article?
The ones that's now?
Well, I know you appointed several from the last meeting.
That was from that time, because at that time I was vice president. We didn't have a president. I ascended to the presidency, and then we didn't have the elections, and I appointed people to fill out those positions. That's
why
all
the thing
interim.
is all interim. Okay, because I didn't understand.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
why did you move interim?
Yeah, that's why
Everybody
was
the first officers. The articles are still the first officers.
From the original.
No, Wendy and was Wendy.
That had to be the second ones.
No,
Skip was in there
first.
Skip was in there first.
No, they voted him after her. When it all started up, Wendy did all the paperwork.
Oh, okay. I know. Well, I know her name is all in stuff that I sent you.
Yeah, so it's
that I get from the bank.
Who's the treasurer? The Tracy. Yeah, see, all those names are still there. I think Patty's on something too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, wow.
So as of now, everybody is interim.
Correct.
Yeah.
Until these elections come up.
Elections come up.
Stamp, approved.
Stamp approved. And
NAA.
from that time, those officers have a 2-year term.
Okay. Okay. So let's whoever is in the nominating elections committee, you gotta clearly define
You looking at
this.
Holly G. Boom in the building.
We probably need like a fast facts card, you know what I'm saying, for those people that are going to be nominating people and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's already June. And this is going to happen in what, July?
I think we can actually have a 30-day nominating period, and which would actually should take us through July 31st. And then we can start elections from August 1st or August 5th through the day before the
NAA official fiscal year.
the NAA. No, before the August meeting. And we're supposed to have, which should coincide with the Friends and Family Day.
The last weekend.
They have in August.
Oh, that's
August 7th, is it the last night? I don't think it's going to be the last weekend. It should be prior to that. The last weekend is the Rice game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be busy.
So that gives a voting period
So
of
can we do
approximately
it a
2
week
weeks.
prior to? Can we do it a week prior to that Family and Friends Day? And then on the day of the Family and Friends Day,
We install, state your name, blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Okay.
That's the plan.
They might have
So we need to put that out there.
It should be what no more than
social media site and
before.
let them know, hey, we're soliciting members for such and such, we're voting, blah, 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 come on out. Because my
Now,
thing
only
is,
paid members can nominate, right?
Should be.
it should be, yeah, because you're paid.
But I mean, I know now only paid members can vote.
Only paid members can run. Yeah, only paid members can run.
I ain't barking at you, I'm just
Because
saying.
if we put it out on the page, like the page,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, but
And that's what it
I'm saying it's 1,200 people, 1,500 people. It's not paid, but they can nominate. But then we vote on who they nominate.
Yeah, but those that are being nominated, they know if they paid or not.
We know what they
Yeah,
we know it too. We know it too.
And that's when the nominating committee comes and say, okay, this person was
and
nominated.
then you may get,
then
somebody, then it goes back to somebody may want to run. Well,
communicate.
You got to pay your dues.
Communicate with them.
Well,
hey,
I don't know.
Nominated.
That ain't our fault. You didn't pay your dues prior.
Well, that's all you have to do is contact that person and say, hey, you were nominated to run for this position or whatever.
And in order
do you want to pay your dues?
So that goes back to what we talked about back at that meeting before Harvey when we were at the college. You know how we were saying that the cutoff date was October, was it October the 1st? October the 15th. Okay, so certain people paid after that date. Are those people that paid after that date like recently?
I'll say yes.
Okay.
We're in the same fiscal year.
Right.
You know.
Because we're going to have to go back and say, okay, there is going to be an exception to this rule that we first put into play. That those that don't meet that deadline, they can still vote.
They want to run for office. They got to pay their dues. It's from September 1 of 2017 through August 31st of 2018.
Are we allowed to even? Because I know.
Oh, you saying they count for last year, not this year?
No. Well, the year is still September through 2017.
Right, but we had that deadline. So
18.
can we at this time put a motion to? If they pay now, they will be eligible, because if it's not in black and white, it can't happen. You see what I'm saying? Because we put that cutoff date for October. It'll be so many people that will not be able to run for office that paid after that cutoff.
Go ahead. I don't mind. Like I said, I don't care if they
pay, put them on the
July 20th, like and that's in the thing.
Right, but what I'm saying is we can't do it if we don't. But I gotta ask him permission if I could even put the motion, because we had announcements, questions, comments, concerns.
That's what we have with this thing.
I make a motion that we open the floor back up to new business.
Membership.
To new business.
Just go ahead and make the motion that you want to make. We're still in concern, so this is we're still on the agenda, so just go ahead.
Okay. I make a motion to extend the payment date to the day of voting for officers to be eligible.
Go ahead.
To be eligible for nominations. That was recorded.
But we got it.
We know what you're saying.
We understood.
Understand.
Payment date.
To what day we vote? Let's just say the day of
the nominate period.
It'd have to be nominations, not voting.
Okay, the date of the final date of nominations. So that interested non-members, paid members can be eligible. I say.
Thank you. I can't say. I
got the straight.
It's a motion on the floor to extend dues for anyone that wants to be run for officer to the end of the nominating period. Got it?
Extend the due payment date, the final date of nomination. For those to be eligible to nominate for nominations.
For those who run for office. It's been seconded. Any questions? No questions? All those approved say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So anybody that wants to be nominated to run for election for an officer position, they don't have their dues paid now. They have until the end of the nominated period to get their dues in if they're nominated. So they can run for an office position for 2018 through 2020. Okay. We got any other concerns, questions, or? I'll say let's.
I do have a comment.
Okay.
All receipts will be forwarded to the treasurer, and I'll also get you a detailed itemization of everything so that we can have our books.
Okay. That's.
Yeah, you probably a long time. not like that digitally, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you so we get it to you.
And what I want to say to you is, I think you did an outstanding job of getting all of this stuff together. And everyone that came involved in that, I commend you on that. And we need more of everyone to be involved to do that. Those type works. And again, thank you.
That's all right, Cleve. You here, baby?
And at the end of that, I'll say that our spring meeting has come to an end at 6:34.
Was this like expensive?
And I got a 7 o'clock conference call. I thought it was Tuesday. Somebody said on the thing this morning, said, oh, it's tonight.
Excuse me, I said, you don't have a voice, sir. You know, hour and 49 minutes.